Tom and Vivienne, great to meet you both.
You too. Hey,
Hi,
Serena.
how you doing?
Tom, about 200 people auditioned for your part. And then Neil saw you and he says, this part was made for Tom. Tom was made for this part. When you were auditioning, did you know how many people were going for it? And did you think this was yours?
I mean, in the end, the process. I think that was the beginning, but it took about 8 months, and I think there were like 6,000 people in the end. Did I know it was mine? I certainly didn't know it was mine. But I'm such a profound fan of Sandman that as a fan, it was incredibly important to me that however they made the decision upon their Morpheus, they did it with rigor and they took time so that whoever was going to play it, when they were given the part, they knew that they had the support of and the true understanding of its creator, Neil. And so what was a complicated and long process actually was one of the most perfect ways to prepare, because it meant that when I started, I knew that Neil wanted to me.
Vivienne, usually when you get a part, the first thing you do is go and celebrate with people or, find a way to celebrate. But during lockdown, how do you celebrate getting a part when you can't go and see anybody?
I just drank in my bedroom by myself. No,
like the rest of us were doing.
I had a bottle of wine. No, I think God, that's such a good question. It's throwing me a bit.
You just zoomed some people.
Just zoom some people, make some phone calls.
Got a FaceTime.
Yeah, try to explain to your mum.
Shout out the window.
Like, so it's something about dreams. I was like, look, let's just do the Zoom and have the glass. But just kind of joyfully celebrate and just be like, oh my God, is this real? Yeah.
Maybe treat yourself to a bit of Netflix that night.
Yeah, exactly. That Netflix that night by yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tom, I think it's in the opening episode, the narrator says, sleep brings you here to find freedom and adventure, to face your fears and fantasies.
Mm-hmm.
Day one, first couple of days on set for you, what was it like turning up and having to go into this glass case and be stark naked in front of people you'd never met before?
I mean, it was certainly a baptism of fire. Well, I mean, the thing that was, firstly, obviously, as you've just spoken about, it was a time when COVID was at its most virulent and everyone was being exquisitely responsible. And the glass dome was actually the most COVID safe environment on the set. The thing that was
what you did.
The thing that was, I mean, look, I'm a human being. It's obviously just mortifying. But I knew that I was going to be naked. I knew the images from the comic. I knew that I wasn't going to speak for the first 45 minutes of the show, and that somehow with my physicality, I had to kind of articulate his inhumanity, the fact that he is an endless. And so actually a huge part of my early preparation was the kind of training to like get into this sort of, because Dream is not, he's just sinew and bone. He's like I always imagined, like if you shaved a panther, like it's not, he doesn't have, it's like the years or the eons of energy have like wasted away all his flesh. And so it was kind of weird. Normally when you like prep for something like this, you're just trying to look like muscly and cool. Like, and I wanted to look like a sort of weirdo. So there was that, and then the other thing that was kind of difficult about it was that dome took too long to open up to get me out of it. So like normally in between setups you'd like go and sit in the corner or whatever, but they couldn't get me out of the dome. So everyone's like milling around having a coffee, like while the camera moves around. I'm literally naked and the dome is just going like it's just bent. But yeah, it is what it is. That was the job.
Well, look, it all worked perfectly on set. I wish I could talk to you for more, but I'm getting the wrap up. So I will just say, Tom and Vivienne, enjoy all of this and what lays ahead of you after August 5.
Oh, thank you so much. So lovely to meet you.